Welcome back to part two. Now, it's not often that I get to interview someone who's even more handsome than me, more steely-eyed than me, more suntanned than me, but I've got to hold my hands up in the air and surrender to this guy. Someone who gives a new definition to the word cupcake in his new movie, On Deadly Ground. Steven Seagal, welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Now, you're in town promoting your new movie. Can you paint us a picture in your words as to what the film's about?
Well, I mean, basically, I think it's about the responsibility that mankind should have for one another and for the planet Earth. And when we decide to ourselves that we want to take on that responsibility, there's always a great dilemma of how to do something about it. And I think the picture's also trying to educate the people as to a lot of problems that I don't think they were aware of, because they've been sort of hoodwinked, and a lot of these atrocities towards mankind and nature have been done in a very surreptitious and clever way. And so it's educational in the sense that you see an action movie that's certainly couched in, you know, a great story and good drama with a lot of action, but also within that there's this monster lurking in the background that we all know is a real thing. And in the end, in my opinion, it's not only what's going on, but what we need to try to do about it.
You looking for I'll cut you!
Well, let's see, that's natives 8 and oil workers 0. Anybody else want to play with Cupcake?
Now you're mine. Hey, buddy, don't be with oil workers, huh?
Our very own Michael Caine gets to play the bad guy in the movie, Michael Jennings. Why did you choose him for the role?
Interestingly enough, he came to me and said that he was very interested in the role. And I thought to myself, you know, Steven Seagal up against Michael Caine, people are just not going to think that that would happen. And I thought it was an interesting notion, and certainly he's a great actor. I thought, hey, let's give it a try.
I mean, he brings with him, you know, this kind of wealth of experience. I mean, what was he like to work with? I mean, any sort of little...
Oh, he's a gentleman, and he's very funny, you know, and at the premiere in Los Angeles, I had many of the greatest directors on earth come to my premiere, and I wasn't really too nervous about what they would think, because I was proud of my work, and I felt that it stood on its own. And interestingly enough, when I was sitting with Michael last night at the premiere, I hadn't seen the film, I was happier than I had been with anybody when him and his wife, you know, told me how great they thought the picture was, and I know they meant it. Because Michael, you know, I could have been insulted by what he said, because he said, I really didn't think it would be anywhere near this good. I could have taken that in a couple of different ways. So I know I meant it. And so it goes to show how much respect I have for Michael.
Who the hell is this guy? Just who the f*** is he?
Who is he? You want to know who he is?
Sir.
Try this. Delve down into the deepest bowels of your soul. Try to imagine the ultimate nightmare, and that won't come close to this son of a bitch when he gets pissed.
Well, sir, I think that we got that one covered, because he seems to be pretty pissed.
Very pissed.
What's been your favourite Steven Seagal film so far, and why? Is it always the last one?
No, it's not always the last one. I've made pictures where I thought I'd never work again.
For instance?
Hard to Kill, you know, and that was a political kind of a war that was going on where certain people are trying to teach me a lesson that I never learned. But I really think that my best work is on diddling around.
Well, thanks for joining us on the programme tonight. Continue to enjoy the rest of your stay. Do you fancy an arm wrestle now?
Yeah, sure.
Come on. He did it. I hope you're enjoying the music. Now, I've dragged the Beat Crazy